Dakota's new storm team.
Well, welcome back to Good Day Dakota. It's going to be another wet one out there, it seems like, and we already had quite a bit out there yesterday.
Yeah, at least in the Bismarck-Mandan area. Everywhere else didn't have much, if anything, yesterday.
Right.
Maybe a few light sprinkles here or there. But yeah, Bismarck-Mandan area was sort of that big one yesterday of reports of up to 5 inches in some areas of Mandan. So it was heavy. It didn't look that impressive on radar. There wasn't anything severe about it, just that really heavy rain. So rainfall became the biggest concern.
I don't know.
Stuck here.
Yeah, I would say people kayaking on the roads was pretty impressive.
Connor washing his hair out in the rain.
Yeah, it was up to my ankles in my parking lot of my apartment. So I went outside. I'm walking in, and there's a lady walked in with me. She's like, "Yeah, my car was underwater at one point." I was like,
"That's the scary
That's
thing.
scary.
You just don't know how deep it is."
Yeah, just remember, turn around, don't drown, especially in days like this where there are going to be some areas that could see some really heavy rain.
Today too.
Yeah. We'll start this off. Looking at our weather alerts for today, we have that flood watch across the central portions of the state. That starts at 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time, goes up until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. We're just seeing 1 to 2 inches, probably widespread, but there will be some areas that you could get that 3 to 5 inch mark when it comes to rainfall today. It's all going to matter how quickly that rain can sort of move through. There's sort of been some disagreement this morning on how quickly it does. That will determine where we see that chances of flooding. Take a look at satellite and radar. We do got some areas of some isolated showers trying to develop up to the north and then down to that southwest. We continue to see that chance move itself in. It's probably going to be another 30 to 40 minutes before it really does move itself in, but once it does, we're going to see widespread rain start in that southwest corner and then spread out across much of the state for this morning into the afternoon. Temperatures right now, we've got 60s. We do got a 70 down there in Mulbridge. Wolf Point out to the far west is getting close to the 70s this morning, but once we get into the afternoon, we don't have much warming up. That rain's going to keep us a little bit cooler as we get through the afternoon. Upper 60s, mid to lower 70s for much of the central. Out to the west, you get those mid to upper 70s and lower 80s. If you get a little bit drier to the northwest, that's why you do see those 80s for today. Maybe a little bit more sunshine possible there as well. We look at our wind speeds and directions, 5 to 15 miles per hour, mostly from the southeast. This is what we see for today. You may get some heavier wind gusts, obviously some thunderstorms, wind gusts up to 50, 60 miles per hour and severe thunderstorms, but should stay calm long-term wind-wise. And well, speaking of severe weather threats, we do have a marginal risk from the SPC for that severe weather today. There's just enough energy that we could have a few thunderstorms that produce hail up to quarter-sized or about an inch, and then winds up to 60 miles per hour. The big thing for today is wind shears aren't that impressive, so we sort of limit ourselves in that severe weather characteristics. Now, PrecisionCast is showing us that rain chance continuing to expand itself, probably the heaviest, at least this morning, from 9 a.m. to about midday into the afternoon. It travels east as we get through the rest of the morning. Then right around 4 or 5 p.m., that's when that heaviest stuff could be possible through the central half of the state and continues to travel east. And this is all associated with the low pressure system. You'll see here as we get through tonight into tomorrow morning, that low pressure system stalls over the northeast corner. So that keeps rain in the region, especially to the northeast as we get through Thursday morning into Thursday midday before that low pressure finally moves out and we'll actually have a dry Friday afternoon. When we talk about rain totals for the next couple days, here are a few of our model outlooks. These are sort of the more popular models that we use here. We can see most of them consist of 83 east, but there's a few outliers that do have some areas out to the west. The NAM has some areas out towards Montana, and then the GFS just west of Bismarck where you could see that 1 to 2 plus inches of rain, but a lot heavier amounts, definitely 83 east for today. Williston 5-day forecast has got us 80s today, tomorrow through your weekend. Some rain chances possible Saturday and Sunday, but they're pretty small chances. Dickinson 70s today, 80s tomorrow. 80s for the weekend, could see some 70s on Sunday. Your Minot 7-day forecast. Well, we got 80s for the rest of the week, those 70s today, but then drier conditions through your weekend. I'm not going to count out some isolated showers and thunderstorms in the afternoons, and Bismarck 70s and 80s for the next 7 days.
All right. Well, we'll take those warmer temperatures, gonna let it dry out a little bit.
Yeah.
Get farmers back in the field.
Definitely gonna need it.
Yeah, and hopefully dry out some of the golf courses too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we can go golfing
by Friday.
There we go.
Hopefully.
There we go. Stone, thank you so much. Coming up on Good Day Dakota, a lot